Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So obviously one of the biggest pieces of the update is the addition of Ilsa, the latest DLC character to join the roster. She's been teased for a while and has finally arrived as the final character in the Season 2 pass, bringing her own unique playstyle to fight. You'll be able to use her across all battle modes, and she's also integrated into single-player content like arcade mode and survival mode as an opponent you can face off against, which is a cool way to practice your approach against her outside of PvP. Ilsa comes complete with her own premium avatar, multiple color variants, music track, weapon skins, badges, trophies, card designs, stickers, and crew icon. Basically, if you want to customize your account with her stuff, there's plenty to unlock or purchase in the Rupee shop. What's really cool is that this update expands the Rupee shop so that items players might have missed in previous Battle Pass rounds or seasonal content are now available through regular gameplay. So things like character illustrations, music tracks, battle card designs, lobby avatars, and more can now be obtained even if you didn't play during earlier seasons. This is a big deal for completionists who want those visuals and extras without having to rely on limited time events. Now let's set aside the cosmetic stuff for a minute and talk about the changes that actually affect how battles go down, because that's where this patch really shines. Balance adjustments are a core focus here. The developers stated that they wanted to address things like overused options and underperforming tools so that the gameplay feels more varied and engaging. A lot of the adjustments aim to improve normal attacks and give some characters more combo potential, while toning down tactics that might have been dominating the scene for too long. These aren't just arbitrary tweaks. There's thought put into how each character interacts at both high and lower levels of play. While the official full patch notes list is available on the game's site, the gist of these changes is shifting toward improving the utility of certain moves and making a more balanced roster overall. This means some characters that were perhaps lacking options will now see their standard attacks and hit confirms feel more serviceable in actual matches compared to before, which is great for anyone who felt stuck with limited tools. Likewise, moves or abilities that were getting too much mileage are being dialed back to encourage more strategic play rather than reliance on one or two strong options. Training mode also received some cleanup in this patch. Certain settings tied to specific characters were adjusted to be more intuitive, and there were fixes implemented that helped the mode function better overall. If you're someone who uses training mode to sharpen your combos or test out setups, you'll probably notice these refinements make practicing a bit smoother. On the technical front, there were a bunch of bug fixes and improvements that have been applied to both consoles and PC platforms. A couple of noteworthy ones include improved keyboard input behavior on the Steam version when using a controller, as well as fixes to online lobby bugs that could disrupt matchmaking or navigation before. PlayStation users should also see some smoothing out of lingering lobby interface issues that have been hanging around for a while. These details might seem small, but over time they make the game feel more polished and responsive. Another fun piece of the patch is the addition of new illustrations that you can now view in the journal under the Artwork tab's Other section. These pieces can be purchased with rupees and set as background images in the quick menu. They don't affect achievements or trophy progress, but it's a nice aesthetic boost for those who enjoy collecting art and personalizing their game experience. Something else worth pointing out is how this update touches on accessibility and quality of life as much as it does on balance and new content. The expanded Rupee shop offerings, the cleanup of mode settings, and the wide range of bug fixes all combine to make the overall experience smoother, especially for players who log in regularly across modes. Patch updates like this really show a commitment from the developers to both competitive integrity and user experience. Of course, with every balanced patch, there will always be discussion around what was changed and how that affects different characters in the meta. People participating in forums and discussions online have shared their thoughts and hopes around specific nerfs or buffs, especially tied to defensive options and combo routes that could shift as a result of this patch. What's interesting is seeing how these changes ripple through high-level play, and it's something you'll likely start noticing as more players adapt to the new framework. All in all, this update brings a solid blend of new gameplay content, meaningful balance adjustments, extra cosmetics, and plenty of quality of life improvements. Ilsa's arrival adds fresh energy and her own flavor to the roster. The balance changes give underused attacks a chance to shine, and the shop expansions make a lot of previously exclusive content available to a broader audience. The bug fixes and mode tweaks just round things off to make the experience feel that much better. If you're jumping into matches post-patch, give yourself a bit of time to explore how these adjustments feel in practice, because they do shake things up in both subtle and noticeable ways. Whether you're grinding ranked, practicing combos in training mode, or just exploring single-player stuff with new illustrations and art, there's a lot here that goes beyond just adding a new character. that's going to be it for this breakdown of the update for Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising. If you enjoyed the update or found something that really changed how you play, definitely stick around and let me know what you think in your matches.